Welcome back, everybody. I'm Kimberly Gill. In today's Money Monday segment, we'd all like to have more money, right? Who doesn't? But how can we build our wealth? The answer might be found by doing a little homework. Our next guest says you can start with a reading list and then taking action. Welcome, financial advisor and regular PTL contributor, Rob Wilson. Hi, Rob. How are you?
I'm fantastic.
Great. It is great to see you, too. So you brought some books and you're telling us how we can have more money in our bank account. Who doesn't want that?
Well, I think everybody does, because you know what? Sometimes people call me and they have more money than they know what to do with, right? Wow. They hit the lottery, they inherited some money, some of those sorts of things. Yeah, me too. Yeah. But most times when I talk to people, they would do much better by themselves if they made more money, okay? Sure. And when you think about all of the debt that people have, people don't go into debt because they enjoy paying interest to a bank. They go into debt because they don't have enough money to live the type of life that they want to live.
Whether it might be student loans or, like you said, things that come up, you just never know.
That's exactly right. And so I tend to focus my advice on trying to help people figure out how they can maximize their potential, make more money so that they can live the type of lives that they want to live. And the best way to do that is to learn from others. Motivational speakers say follow success because success leaves clues. The best way to figure out what those clues are to read the books at your local bookstore.
So you've got some of these books you've brought them today. The first one, Creativity for Sale?
Yes. So this is a fantastic book. Now the author's name is Jason Surfer App, and that's sort of an unconventional name. Yeah. But here's what this guy did. First of all, he made more than $60,000 a year just wearing t-shirts that were sponsored by companies that he reached out to. Then he decided to sell his last name, and he made $50,000 by selling his last name to an app company called Surfer App. They have an app, that's the name of the app, and so he changed his last name to Surfer App. And then finally, he crowdsource this entire book that you have in your hand by selling ads. So you see that there's a logo on the front, there's a logo on the back, there's a logo on the inside and back flap, and there's also an ad on the bottom of each page in the book. And so here's the thing. You may not be able to make money in the same old way that your grandparents or your parents. It's time to be creative and think about other ways. And you know what? Your brain is a muscle. If you don't use it, you lose it. And so I really think people need to start to become idea machines, constantly write down new ideas, and then get them out there and see if you can make some money from it.
That's right. That's the key, is getting out and trying to see if you can do it, because we all have great ideas. And then when you see somebody else do it, you think, why didn't I think of that?
That's right.
I could have done that.
That's right.
All right, so the next one is jab, jab, right back.
Jab, 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 right hook. So it's kind of a boxing analogy. And what that means is sort of a euphemism for give, then ask. And so here's what he's talking about. And the central point of this is social media. Never before in the history of mankind has there been a better time or easier ways for you to connect with potential customers. You've got Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, all of these other tools. But you've got to know how to use them the right way. Each network has its own audience, and they expect different content when you use each of those tools. So this book is sort of a manual on how to use Facebook the right way, how to use Twitter the right way, because if you do that, you can connect with so many people who are out there looking for you and the products and services that you have. And listen, all of these ideas work whether you work for yourself or if you have a job somewhere. Because think about if you're going to go into your boss and ask for a raise. You don't just run in there and just bang your fist on the desk and say, give me more money. No, you give, you make your boss look good, you add value, and only then is when you ask. And so this works if you're at a job or whether you want to figure out how to use social media to sell your products or services.
That's very good, because your brand is so important, and knowing those things is key. So that's another good one. So this one is the last one.
Yes. Now this book is called Launch by Jeff Walker, and the subtitle is Internet Millionaires Secrets to How You Can Do the Same Thing that he has done. And so what he found is that you can sell your products and services online, but you can't just build it and think that people will come, okay? This isn't Field of Dreams. So there's a process to learning how to sell, and learning how to sell is a very useful tool. I don't think great salespeople are born. I think that you can be taught to be a great salesperson, and there's a process. So sometimes people don't even know that they have the problem that you're trying to solve.
Sure.
So if you sit there and you educate them and you take them through a breakthrough where they realize they have a problem and they realize that you're the person with the product or service that can help them break through, then and only then can you really do a great job of selling your products or services online. So that book takes you through the process and the strategy of how to create a launch and build anticipation around the product or service that you're trying to sell.
And you mentioned this in the very beginning. You have to take action. You can read these books all day, but until you're ready to do something or you do something, nothing's going to happen.
Yeah, no money is going to get magically into your pocket or to your bank account by just keeping these ideas in your head. So if you read these books, and a lot of people like to take books on vacation and read and hang out and enjoy for leisure, but with these particular books, especially business books, if you don't put these ideas into action, it's not going to help you change your life. So my idea is, look, take a piece of paper out and write your 5 most creative ideas of how you can make money that nobody else has ever thought of. Then I want you to pick 2 social networks. Don't try to get on all of them at one time. You can't manage all of that kind of stuff. Take 2 social networks and develop a strategy on how you're going to connect with users that way, and then figure out how you're going to launch your product, get it out there in the real world. Because listen, if you can put an idea out there and you can get 3 paying customers, that proves that you have an idea that's viable. And I really want to help people take action, so I've got a giveaway that I'm going to do. I'm going to give away some copies of the first book by Jason Surfer app, Creativity for Sale. If people go to my website, robwilson.tv/creativity, and leave in the comment section their #1 best idea, creative idea for making money, I'm going to give away at least 3 books and help people take action this summer.
Okay, you heard it right here. Financial advisor Rob Wilson and regular Money Monday contributor. You can go on our website too, kdk.com/PTL, to find out more about this book and the giveaway. Rob, as always, we thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Based on those messages that I receive, I see that you guys are really trying to figure out how to make 6 figures. But the problem is, I think that you're thinking about it in the wrong way. So today I've got a framework that I want to introduce you to called the Money Tree, which I hope will help you think about earning $100,000 a little bit differently. And also by the end of it, I think you'll feel like it's not as hard as you think it is as well.